Hey everybody, welcome back. Northernlion plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We scraped out a win yesterday, which is funny because we started with Mega. I don't think we royally screwed up. I think the run just kind of cratered a little bit, but we still made it. GD1L, H2NS with the coupon. Honestly, an item that I've greatly been enjoying lately. And some beautiful stats. Like, I got nothing against 9 rate of fire, 4.68 damage thanks to Steven early on. Pardon me, a little caffeine burp. HP is a little funky. HP is a little funky. But if we can just get, like, a health upgrade on the next 2 or 3 floors, I mean, help. Oh, a pot full of spiders. The old Derek trick, huh? I see how it is. Either way, what I was gonna say is the coupon just, like, it means we don't have to pay for deals with the devil. We might not always get the deal with the devil we want, but sometimes we will, and sometimes we'll get something that, you know, is maybe not amazing, but it is free, so the price is right. It's like a free sample, you know? Like, I do encounter free samples from time to time. We don't have a Costco membership. There is, I mean, here's a little known fact about Vancouver. I believe that we have, if you look at every NHL team, I believe that Costco, or that we have the arena that is closest to a Costco. So we're not going to a lot of hockey games right now because, you know, they're canceled or postponed, I guess, to be more clear. But on the other hand, you know, if we go to a game, you can get yourself a nice little hot dog or a poutine at the food court. And the Costco poutine is pretty legit, especially now that, you know, Frenchie's burned down in an arson. Anyway, this is a little too local politics for you, but regardless, I can get down with the free sample, but a free sample, it makes you less picky. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that I wouldn't necessarily be super stoked to eat. Even though I'm, like, people think that because I say I'm not a picky eater, like, all foods, I'm like, yeah, dirt, go ahead, put it in my mouth, yum yum. But it's not really like that. It's more like, you know, I'll tolerate this and see if I enjoy it now. And, you know, it's not like it's a zero-sum game. You're getting nutrition out of it to begin with. And, you know, so, you know, like, mushrooms are still not really my kind of thing. But if I went to, you know what, we should really re-roll this shop. We're really trying to earn Sharp Plug. We should have re-rolled this shop with a bomb a long time ago. But you know, if there was stuffed mushrooms at the Costco free samples, I would say yes. I would say I'll take a free sample. And then I would also say, hello, this is my friend Mr. Snrub. He would also like a free sample. Is that possible? Oh, baby. I like the way Mr. Shrub thinks. Anyway, we're just chilling. We're having a good time. Having a good time. Should not be spending our last bomb unless we have a charge. So we were fishing for something a little better than what we got, but it's okay. Definitely, like, it's a little spooky to take. I didn't mean to pop that, but it's a little scary to take fruitcake here. There's some effects that I think can hurt us, but that's, you know, the kind of the cost of doing business in today's modern world. Secret room has been discovered. See if we can get a little cash out of it, because I don't know about that. What I do know is that I think buying a spirit, we don't have any money. I was so sure that that guy was going to give us the nickel that I built it in. I was like, it's only a matter of time before we got the cash for that. I think you were probably our second secret room. I hate that that wasn't how that worked, but honestly, I would have ended up using my bomb to kill Duke of Flies faster anyway, so, you know, let's just consider that, like, that bomb was not long for this world, one way or the other. You know what I've had stuck in my head for, like, well, not that long, but maybe like 3 or 4 hours at this point? It's, so there's this movie, and I'm not the first person to remind people of the existence of this cultural artifact, but there's a movie from around like 1998, 1999 called Deep Blue Sea, which was about, you know, if memory serves, like a genetically modified super shark. It's like a slasher film, but the shark is Jason. And it stars LL Cool J. Well, co-star. I mean, like, he's a supporting actor in the role. But it was from that era where, like, if you had a rapper turned actor in... We shouldn't have picked that up, but... If you had a rapper turned actor in your movie, they would have to do a song. Very much inspired by Will Smith, obviously. So he did a song for the soundtrack of Deep Blue Sea called Deepest Bluest, and then I believe in parentheses it says, my hat is like a shark's fin. And I remember essentially none of the lyrics of the song, except... This is interesting. That's very interesting indeed. Except... Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. So he was wearing one of those hats, I don't even know what you call it. It's the hat Tim Robbins wears in High Fidelity. Does that clear it up for you? You know, it's like Ross Rabagliati's Roots 1998 Nagano hat. You know what I'm talking about? It's one of those ones, it's like a felt hat. It's like, you know what it is? It's like one of those like newsboy caps but turned backwards and kind of smoothed out. I believe it's the hat that Ed Harris wears when he's directing the Truman Show. You know what I'm talking about here? Like, all these references come from the 90s for a reason. And, you know, I guess in some ways his hat is like a shark's fin. But it's also one of the weirdest hip-hop lyrics of all time. So the movie's called Deep Blue Sea. I get the deepest, bluest part. But my hat is like a shark's fin? I could just picture him, like, racking his brain trying to come up with this. How am I gonna tie this back into the shark? And then he looks in the mirror at like 5 in the morning. Hey, you know? Kind of looks like a shark's fin. We definitely want this if we're sticking with coupon. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. Deepest, bluest, my hat is like a shark's fin. And you know, you can see everybody in the recording studio is vibing like in the Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time music video. I gotta tell you, I think this Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is like the best thing that ever happened to Eddie Murphy's music career. Not San Andreas, sorry, Grand Theft Auto 5. It's the best thing that ever happened to Eddie Murphy's... we don't really need that, I guess. Music career. Because when I was a teenager, you know, mid-2000s, Eddie Murphy's song Party All the Time, yes, the actor, one and the same, was kind of considered like a failed musical career pivot for him. Which is, I mean, he definitely did not pivot into a musical career after that. That's to be fair. Sorry, just caffeinating. However, I always thought that Party All the Time was kind of a bop. You know? My girl wants to party all the time. Party all the time. You know that? And the hand claps. Anyway, I apologize for that, but it's a legal amount I am able to do with DMCAs on the rise. I always thought it was kind of a bop, but I had to pretend that the song sucked because it was constantly getting made fun of by Ed the Sock. You know what? I will buy that. Oh, I'll buy that too. Hey, these are cheap. We'll save our charges for Deals with the Devil, maybe. I'm glad San Andreas has kind of flipped the script, you know, or sorry, Grand Theft Auto 5 has kind of flipped the script. I feel like now people respect that, you know, Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time is kind of a bop. I don't have to be the only person going like, yeah, my girl wants to party all the time. I don't know any of the other lyrics. Is there, and then they go. Like, the claps are, I wish that you'd bring some home to me. Cut, cut. Anyway, it's also got one of the all-time great music videos, in my opinion. Like, there's a great moment, because it's just Eddie Murphy and his, you know, production crew, like, in the studio. Apparently it takes 75 people to mix Party All the Time. But anyway, there's great moments in it. Like, I love Rick James, you know, from Super Freak and, you know, Give It To Me, Baby. I love, there's just a moment in the music video where he's, like, thoughtfully listening to the song. and then he just goes over to like a recording console with like, I don't know, 200 knobs on it, and he turns one random knob like 2 degrees to the right, and then he nods like, yeah, that's what this song was missing. The middle banding was about 1% wrong. But everybody's like, he's done it again. This production genius. It's great. Can't really say I missed the 80s because, you know, I wasn't really alive for much of it, and I was cognizant for exactly none of it. But, you know, party all the time. You can listen to that one on Cosmic 102.3 FM. Okay, so I don't want to say we got a problem here, because we don't. But we could run into some trouble if our HP is not sorted. Please blow up this guy so we can get that demon heart. Honestly, you might not like this one. I was hoping for explosive diarrhea. Trust me, I don't like it either. We still want coupon though. We got deals with the devil every single floor. I don't know why I said that like I'm running a sports bar. Deals with the devil every single floor. You ever find it, well, I wish I'd known that was there. You ever find it silly when a business or a restaurant has a sale on every day? I don't want to become Jerry Seinfeld on this one. But if you always have a sale, that's not a sale, that's the regular price. Here at IHOP, every day is all-you-can-eat pancakes, all right. It's not a promotion. You know what? That actually turned out insanely well. We didn't really get what I wanted out of it, but still. It did turn out real well. It do be turning out real well, though. I think that's pretty solid, too. I gotta pick up the... You gotta let me pick up the item, though. Rate of fire being worse is nasty. There's no doubt about this one. Yo. Oh, you know what? It's Serpent's Kiss, dude. So oh, let's go. we broke even. I've started to think that maybe with Acid Baby, it has enough of a positive for us to take the occasional pill. So black, white pill, tears up pill. That's what we're looking for. You see a black and white pill, it's definitely worth buying. Gotta go to our item room still. And I gotta be honest, I thought Eddie Murphy, you know, his voice, he's got a decent singing voice. There is a reason that, I mean, in Party All the Time, the background vocalists do end up doing a lot of the heavy lifting. He really only does, like, the staccato. Then I wanna do some, got the gotta. You know, then they get into the chorus, it's more like, you know, the background singers get to go, my girl wants to. But still, I thought he could carry a tune. I mean, it's like Kanye West, you know. I mean, kind of a hot button issue given his political aspirations. But, you know, Kanye West, not the best MC when he first came on the game. And definitely not the best singer. But, you know, he makes up for it in a variety of different ways. Even if it is just eccentricity.
Feels like I'm walking on sunshine.
Couldn't agree more, brother. Feels like I'm walking on sunshine. My girl feels like walking on sunshine, walking on sunshine. I wish I could hit that note. Ooh. It's good. It's good eats. Okay, we got so many battery charges, but we care not for these items. We kind of care for, yeah, I mean, does this work? They won't take it. All right. Well, I mean, I'm glad it was free. You're not gonna like this one. I think we're moving. Oh, you take the strength card. Incredible, magnificent. Look at this, dude. Free potato peeler. You love to see it. A little damage upgrade, but come on. Free orbital. When your damage sucks, you love to see it. You love to see it at all times, but especially when your damage sucks. Alright, let me in here. Catacombs 2. We're a little bit behind schedule. But I honestly think I gotta rethink my scheduling. Because I think I've, for a long time, so not worth it, by the way, but for a long time, I've just been riding this, like, default schedule of, like, the speed at which I used to play Isaac, which was too fast. We lost a lot of games as a result. Now, we're playing a little bit more slowly, a little bit more methodically. There's, like, an invisible enemy somewhere, or I have gone blind. Like a song by Hercules and Love Affair. Oh, baby. Now this is a room. Good start. I'm not afraid to use an orbital. In fact, if anything, something the last few runs have... Okay, see ya. Something the last few runs have been missing is high-octane orbital action. It really, really makes up for, and sometimes exacerbates, damage problems. Oh, baby. Look at that, dude. Don't really care about the lover's card for now, but it will work well to keep our Boneheart alive. There is a challenge in Isaac that's like, use orbitals only to succeed, right? I was gonna say cat guy your tongue, but I'm pretty sure cat guy your tongue actually makes you guppy. It might only allow you to do damage with Guppy's hairball, though, or am I... Maybe I'm mistaken? Anyway, what are we up to here at the NL household? Not a whole lot, you know? I mean, you're gonna make me say it again, then I'll say it again. There's a lot of diaper changing. A lot of, you know, sneaking in naps when you can. A lot of coming up with song parodies to sing in a funny voice to the baby, even though the baby can't appreciate it. The beautiful baby, the beautiful baby. Stuff like that. Help me. I don't know if we should have taken number 2 here. That's about it. It's been a period of my life where I really wish, like, I liked watching baseball. Because it seems like it's always on. Like Ubisoft DRM. I don't even know if that joke is still current, but honestly, the less current it gets, the funnier it is to me. Because, like, we recently, I mentioned this. I'm, like, one of the only millennials on Earth who pays for cable TV. And people try to, like... even now, they try to, believe it or not, explain to me the existence of services where you can get television programs for free online. And hell, you don't need to pay for sports, buddy. People are just giving them away. Did you know that? I know that. And I, you know... First off, you know, on a selfish level, I don't want to receive a cease and desist email from my ISP. Even if the odds of that are pretty low. And then on top of that, you know, again, as somebody that works in a, you know, a media landscape where I ask people to pay for entertainment they could easily get for free, I don't want to deal with that level of cognitive dissonance on a regular basis. Hold on. Hold on. We did it. That was a great dodge, dude. But, so, in order to keep our business... Sorry, I got the low sleep, dry throat right now. In order to keep our business, our ISP recently... Well, like, ISP cable provider, you get the idea. Give me one moment here. I'm just going to press the cough button. I have returned. In order to keep our business, our ISP basically just... Why would you pay for that when you can get it for free, dude? What are you thinking? On the other hand, you did get that for free then, so it kind of worked out the best way possible. But regardless, forgive me. They kind of like upgraded our cable package because basically, like, we had this 1-year promotion where we're like, you know, cable, internet, security, and home phone, which we do not have but apparently have. Are insanely cheap for this, like, first year when you first start a contract with them. Well, the first year ended, so we went, like, you know, Kate called the company and was like, hey, we want to cancel, like, pretty much all the TV. And they walked us through, like, you know, like, what can we do to kind of keep you around? It wasn't really like that. It wasn't like we were trying to bend them over, but they just started offering stuff, dude. And it was pretty sweet. So we got, like, new sports packages, you know. I mean, you gotta, right? On top of what we already had, but I'm starting to realize that they have offered, I don't want to say nothing of value, because that's pretty rude, but, you know, we had, like, the good sports package for what I wanted, which was to watch hockey and essentially nothing else. But now, like, it's all sorts of, I see cricket, I can see, that's not how you do this. We definitely want that, though. And I'm not against it, you know. It's nice to be able to experience other sports, but on the other hand, I really just need a box that plays HBO, 90 Day Fiancé, and hockey. And we got no hockey right now, so it's like, you know, it's prime 90 Day season. But let's not even get into that. It tends to rub people the wrong way. Alright, so this run is out of control good. We will not lose. You might think I've lost my mind. And I have. Because what I was about to say is we actually have a chance to make boss rush. I think if we really booked it, we actually would have a chance. Not a guarantee, but a chance. But we're not gonna do that. It's a foolish play. Instead, I mean, because we have Goat Head, I kind of want to take the coupon and get Death's List. The odds of us getting, like, extensive payouts out of it are pretty low. But we made it on this one, for sure. This one's going to be a win. If you'll just go ahead and drop me in here. You know what I haven't talked about yet? Dude, so, like, yesterday for me was Saturday. I'm trying, I don't normally stream on Saturdays, but I'm trying this, like, you know, basically, like, times at a premium right now. So if I get an opportunity to stream, I don't necessarily go, like, oh, it's Saturday, so I'm not going to stream. You know, we're trying to find that time basically wherever we can get it. So I was streaming, but I was like, you know what, I don't really feel like, because I've been kind of slipping into, and there's a good reason for it, you know, which is that I like Spelunky 2 and Fall Guys. And people generally like watching them, but I'll admit, we've been slipping into a little bit of, like, playing the same games over and over. People are like, I don't want to see Fall Guys anymore. I like Spelunky, but I've seen too much of it. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to play then? And they're like, play Among Us, the game I've seen 3,000 hours of on Twitch in the past 2 weeks. Anyway, I digress. I've said before, and I'll say it again, I do wish that we had been a little bit more, I mean, we didn't have the choice, but, and it was, the juice was worth the squeeze, but, I wish that I had been a little bit more present for the Among Us wave, because it's a game that I think I would enjoy playing. I like those social deduction games. Sometimes people look into it a little too much, but that's none of my business. Anyway, so what I was saying is I wanted to mix up the docket a little bit. So we played some Rocket League. Why Rocket League? Honestly, it was because it had been a minute. I had not played it since January, because I checked on Steam. I had not played it since January of 2017. But I was like, basically, I think I really like digital sports. I think they're a formula for distilled pog. You know, you play a 5-minute round or a 10-minute round. You know, people know what they're watching. You don't have, like, when you watch a League of Legends match or something like that, if you know what's going on, you're like, this is sick. Sure, I'll take that. If you don't know what's going on, you're like, what's going on? You know what I mean? By definition. Oh, Riven just used her ult, but the ult got counteracted by the Monkey King bar. So the special damage got deflected, even though the physical damage still applied. And that meant that Roshan didn't drop the cheese. Instead, he dropped a roasted turkey leg that gives you 3 seconds of invulnerability. I mean, you get where I'm going with this one. Nerds. You're really going to let me donate 3 cents? Does nobody else see how absolutely fricked this is? Rocket League, on the other hand, I think it's very... It's easy to play in principle, not in action, for sure, but in principle, it's very easy to play because essentially you're just like, I would like to put the ball in that area over there with my car. And I think it's easy to watch as well, which is, you know, something that's important when you're streaming a game, is that people come in and don't necessarily go like, you know, what the heck are you doing? Instead, they come in and they're like, you know, you got to change your FOV. We should check at least. We got to check. Anyway, so I played some Rocket League. I really expected to do like a 3-part docket and play, and by the way, I probably played like 100 hours of Rocket League back in 2015 when it released. 2015 or 2016. Like, people that are, you know, they haven't been around for that long might not know this, but Bear Taffy and I were the original ESL commentators for Rocket League back when the tournament prize pools were literally like $75. So it's, you know, the esports world has come a long way. We were just kind of, like, both Bear and I did it as a passion project. I would say, you know, our ambition for what we wanted the scene to be right when the game came out versus the economic realities of where it was were kind of not in sync. So I'm not like, oh, we missed the boat on the Rocket League esports thing. I'm like, dude, thank God that the Rocket League esports thing still took off, because honestly it's very validating, because Bear and I really believed in it, which is why we did it in the first place. But so I would say to some extent I feel proven right. Let's leave it at that though. Regardless, so I've got a little bit of familiarity with Rocket League for sure. I expected to do a 3-part docket where we'd play like Rocket League and then this game Gridiron, which is like a, you know, 9-a-side American football game that I did a Northernlion tries of way back in the day that's a little goofy and fun, and maybe play a little Fall Guys. Instead, I played 3 hours and 20 minutes of Rocket League, and I was like, dude, this game's amazing. I think I forgot how amazing it was, because at some point I reached that level of like, I expect to win pretty frequently, and then when I wasn't winning every match, I was like, this is BS, dude. Well, 2 things have really helped out there. One is, I no longer have that expectation, although I will say we did all our placement matches, and you're not going to believe this. We placed at Plat 1. Platinum 1 is the highest I think I've ever placed in any competitive video game ever. Now, I did get a little carried. Not by, like, any viewer or anything like that, just by, you know, the teammates I was randomly matched with a couple of times, but I also did some carrying. So maybe that's just the way she goes. But, the second reason, the first being I lost my expectation to win, which is actually very helpful, because you can just play the game to have fun. The second is the injection of a new player base, since it went free to play on the Epic Store, basically made it so we were feasting on free wins for like 2 hours. Once skill-based matchmaking caught up, you know, we ran into some competition. But prior to that, oh baby, it was a pog buffet. It was a great time. So yeah, if you haven't played Rocket League in a while, I mean, everybody knows about the game, but maybe you're like, I'm bored, I don't want to play this, that, and the other. Dude, consider giving Rocket League a chance again. It's a good game. It's pure pog. I'm trying to restart the Renaissance. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Alright, so this run is kind of at the ridiculous level now, which is great news. I was worried, I mean, like, dude, losing a streak on, like, 20 or whatever is bad. Losing a streak on 5 is a little bit more embarrassing. If we had then lost a streak on 3, I would have been like, you know what, that officially, like, closes the window. Like when Chicago got eliminated, in the bubble this year, you're like, you know, that's, or actually probably when they got swept by Nashville is when most people would be like their bubble closed, but, or their window closed. But I would have felt like we were on the outs a little bit. But now I'm like, you know, we're still in it. There's still hope. We could narrowly miss the playoffs, win the draft lottery, get a generational talent. Maybe Patrick Kane will sign to a contract for much less than he's actually worth. Maybe Brent Seabrook and Duncan Keith will stop having two of the worst contracts in the... Hey, here's the thing, Chicago. Why is he mad at Chicago? We're stinky now. Yeah, but you did win like 3 cups in the last 10 years, so... Also, Duncan Keith delivered a bone-crushing elbow to the head of Daniel Sedin in the playoffs that year. Extremely disreputable, for one. And I would love to be a big fan of Duncan Keith, who's a Canadian Olympic team in 2010. Maybe probably 2014 as well, for that matter. And everybody went, ha 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 ha, the Sedin sisters, ha 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 ha. And then when they retired, they went, sad to see them go. They were a class act. They're too nice to say it, so I'm going to say it. Y'all were jerks. If you don't follow hockey, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Long story short, two twin angels played for the Vancouver Canucks. Because they were from Sweden and not from Canada, and they didn't punch people in the head every night, everybody was like, these guys are babies. Made fun of them, and then when they retired, they like shed a tear. You're not gonna see players like them again anytime soon. By the way, hack the bone. Okay. Anyway, like let's move on here. I'm not saying the Vancouver fan base is innocent. I told you we're becoming much more Floridian up here, at the 100th Floridian, where the Great Plains begin. Now, this one's done. Onsus is actually exactly what I'm looking for. This is a huge floor, but I'm very happy that we're gonna coast this one to its logical conclusion. We're gonna keep a streak going here, and it was an overpowered run. Okay, no doubt about that. But I'm happy to have it. I honestly feel like we've had a few undeservedly underpowered runs recently, quite frankly. So. Come out of this one with the simple dub. Makes me a happy man. And Death's List almost like validating its own existence. I can't believe it. Considering like the indiscriminate way that Tammy's head works, I'm a little surprised, but definitely pogged. Let's call this a high pog situation. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!